What would happen if you stopped eating sugar for just 30 days? Your body would begin changing in ways most people never expect. Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Terry Tortoise. Today, we're going to walk through exactly what happens to your body when you stop sugar for 30 days. And by the end of this video, you might just be ready to try it yourself. What would happen if you stopped eating sugar for just 30 days? Most people never think about it. Sugar is so deeply woven into daily life that removing it feels almost impossible. It's in your morning coffee, your breakfast cereal, your afternoon snack, and even the meals you think are healthy. We consume it without thinking, day after day, year after year. But here's what's fascinating. Your body is not designed to handle the amount of sugar that most modern diets contain. And the moment you begin to reduce it, something shifts. Not slowly, not after months of discipline, but quickly. Sometimes within the very first week, your cells begin responding differently. Your organs begin working more efficiently. Your energy, your mood, your focus, all of it begins to change in ways that are not subtle at all. Most people who try this describe it as one of the most noticeable things they have ever done for their health. Not because it is extreme, but because the results are real, they are visible, and they happen faster than anyone expects. So today, we are going to walk through exactly what happens inside your body when you stop eating sugar for 30 days. But the first change starts happening inside your bloodstream. Every single time you eat sugar, your blood glucose rises sharply. Your pancreas senses this and immediately releases insulin to bring those levels back down. And for a short moment, you feel a burst of energy. But then the insulin does its job too well. Your blood sugar drops, and suddenly you feel tired, foggy, irritable, and hungry again. So you reach for another snack, and the cycle repeats itself over and over all day long. This is the sugar roller coaster that millions of people ride every single day without even realizing it. But when you remove sugar from your diet, something powerful happens. That cycle breaks. Within just a few days, your blood sugar levels begin to find their natural balance. The sharp spikes disappear. The dramatic crashes disappear with them. What replaces them is something most people have never experienced before. A smooth, steady, reliable flow of energy that carries you through the entire day without interruption. No more sudden drops. No more desperate need for a quick fix. Your body finally gets the chance to operate the way it was always meant to, calmly, efficiently, and without the chaos that sugar creates. And this is where things get really interesting. Most people assume that cutting sugar will make them feel worse before they feel better. They expect fatigue, weakness, and low energy. And for the first day or two, some people do feel a little different as their body adjusts. But what happens next surprises almost everyone. Without constant sugar flooding your system, your body is forced to find another source of fuel, and it finds one: stored fat. This is a process called fat adaptation, and it is one of the most powerful metabolic shifts your body can make. Instead of depending on a constant supply of sugar for quick energy, your body learns to tap into its own fat reserves and burn them efficiently. This does not require extreme exercise. It does not require starvation. It simply requires removing the sugar that was blocking this process from happening in the first place. And once it begins, the changes become visible. Clothes fit differently. The heaviness around the midsection starts to ease. Energy feels cleaner and more sustained. Many people notice these shifts within the first 2 to 3 weeks, often without changing anything else about their routine at all. But the third change surprises most people. Because when you think about energy, you probably think about food giving you fuel. And sugar does give you fuel, but only in a very short, unstable, and unreliable burst. The kind of energy that spikes fast and disappears even faster. Most people living on a high sugar diet have never actually experienced what real, steady energy feels like. They have become so used to the cycle of spikes and crashes that they mistake it for normal. They rely on coffee in the morning, a sugary snack in the afternoon, and something sweet after dinner just to keep going. But when sugar is removed from the equation, the body stops riding that roller coaster. It finds its rhythm, a calm, consistent, powerful level of energy that does not peak and collapse throughout the day. No more desperate reach for caffeine at 2 in the afternoon. No more heavy, sluggish feeling after meals. No more waking up tired even after a full night of sleep. People who go sugar-free often describe this shift as one of the most life-changing parts of the entire experience, not because they have more energy, but because for the first time, their energy finally feels stable, trustworthy, and completely their own. But the benefits are not only inside your body. And this is the change that tends to shock people the most, because most of us never connect what we eat to how our skin looks and feels. But the connection is very real, and the science behind it is actually quite straightforward. When you consume high amounts of sugar, a process called glycation begins to occur inside your body. This is where excess sugar molecules attach themselves to collagen and elastin, the two proteins that are responsible for keeping your skin firm, smooth, and youthful. When glycation happens, those proteins become stiff and damaged. The skin loses its natural elasticity. Inflammation increases beneath the surface. Pores become more reactive. Breakouts become more frequent. And over time, the overall texture and tone of the skin begins to look dull, tired, and uneven. But when sugar intake drops, that process slows down dramatically. The inflammation begins to settle. Collagen starts to recover and rebuild. The skin begins to breathe again. Most people notice a visible difference within 2 to 3 weeks. A brightness returns. A smoothness returns. The kind of glow that no skincare product can fully replicate because it is not coming from the outside. It is coming from within, driven entirely by what you chose to stop putting into your body.